What is today? Today's Friday, July 28th, and I am at my headquarters, Lake County, Indiana, baby. And I'm getting ready to take on a race called the Badger 100. Fun fact, last Sunday, I had a really bad reaction to St. John's wort, and for 2 days I was like completely laid out. And then 2 days after that, while changing out a water heater, I threw my back out picking up a big bucket. So it's 2 days after that. Actually, one day, it happened yesterday. So I'm about 27 minutes from Dot's Tavern in Belleville, Wisconsin. And the mental game's a little different this time, knowing that I did have like a back issue. So it seems like the right hip is good. My left hip definitely super tight, but the more I walk on it, the better it feels. I thought like my toes were kind of going numb, but they're not. I think it was just from sitting for a long time and then being fresh off of just, you know, putting some strain on my lower back. But feeling good, and we'll just see how it goes. So this is what it looks like.
We missed you at the beer mile.
How you been?
Good, how are you? You
I'm
remind
awesome.
me of your name again.
Ben. Yeah. I'm praying that there's like an Olive Garden out here and I can just sit around and just eat like a high schooler on homecoming. Just suck breadsticks down and all you can eat salad, just some super poopy chicken fettuccine. Oh yeah, one could only hope. Brought a heating pad with me, so it's all up and down this side. It goes all the way from like my hip all the way up to like my shoulder. My shoulder has been, I don't know if it's dislocated, like what the deal is. It's been months. So I'm gonna take my nickname from high school. Fun fact, my mom's first name was Gay, G-A-E, but it didn't matter because of this stuff. Ben Gay. So yeah, I'm basically like a 90-year-old right now, about to take on a 100-mile ultra marathon. So yeah, it's hard to even think about it. So I'm just gonna lather myself up with Ben Gay. I'm gonna put this on like I'm basically deep frying like a fish. I'm just gonna goob it up, hook myself up, and land the heating pad and wait for my alarm to go off at 3:30 in the morning. Off to Belleville Community Park to hop on a bus and take it to Illinois. So Illinois to Wisconsin, back to Illinois, and then finish at Wisconsin, hopefully within 36 hours. Honestly, starting to second guess my decision. It's like trying to walk it out. Now it feels like it's moved into somewhat of a nerve thing. And it's like, I signed up for the race, I threw my back out, and then I've just been nursing it and babying it. And I just keep on thinking to myself like, well, what if? You know, what if I can just kind of push through this and have my body adapt and figure it out? And then we're driving the bus here. And I remember doing this race last year. It was only, I did 100K. And I was like, well, I got to go there, back. And then I was like, well, fuck, I still got to do 100 miles. And I'm walking it out, and it's like, I'm not limping, but I just can't stand up straight. So I'm just hoping that when I start, I'm able to tap into something I've never tapped in before. So optimism is, it is what it is. You know, I know I'd be kicking myself in the pants if I didn't even show up. And part of me was just like, I should just go home. Because I don't really want to like majorly hurt myself, but I have to walk. So my goal is just to try to walk this whole entire thing and figure it out. So fingers crossed. And if not, I'm not mad. I'm proud of myself for showing up. So either way, I'm cool. So I'm at mile 410. This is Justin.
Hey.
And yeah, we're walking at like a 14 minute mile pace. And every once in a while I get this back spasm. So I'm just gonna monitor it and see what it does. But I'm walking upright. And yeah, I mean, mile 4 of a 100-mile race means I got 96 more miles to go. So we'll see what it feels like. But every once in a while, it kind of feels like somebody's like jamming something into my left sciatic, maybe like my hip, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, interestingly, at my 10th Leadville, with about 5 miles to go, my back really started to hurt.
Yeah.
Like where I couldn't even stand up. I was lucky enough to have a pacer who was a PT.
Oh, okay.
And she would like, I mean, heck, I had 5 miles to go, right?
Right.
And she would like stretch my back, and so I was able to finish. But ever since then, the back has, you know,
Yeah.
has been, it's just stopped me. Where like I have to be carted off the course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have to be carted off the course. I can't even stand up.
Gotcha. But that's not a fear that you have even when you told the line of this, though. You're just like, if that's how I'm going out, that's how I'm going out, but I'm still showing up.
I warned Scotty that I apologize in advance if this is going to be another one where I got to be hauled off, because when the back goes, I can't even stand up. So.
Well, hey, Fred, man, your drive is beyond inspiring, and definitely somebody I needed to see at mile 10. So thans for sharing that with me, man.
A little early.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, talk to me in like
talk later, man.
Talk to me in 16 hours, and we're all seeing monkeys in the trees.
Exactly. Good luck, man.
You too, brother. I mean, yeah. You're constantly being reminded that there's just, I'm speechless, so emotional. Mile 12, I'm still having the back spasms, but just think about Fred. 15, I heard a story from William. And was it last year that you did this? Something happened, or was it 2 years ago?
No, it was November of 2020.
What happened?
I suffered a stroke. And then I was running quite a few 100-milers before then. I've been running them since 2012. And I worked my way back up from not being able to even stand to walking and running again. And in first week of June of 2021, I completed my first 100-miler post-stroke.
Wow.
And I ran the Badger. I think it might have been my 4th one after my stroke.
Yeah.
But I ran it 3 years
Good
in
work.
a row. So, yeah, so I'm trying to run 100 100-milers, and this will be my 89th one here.
Holy cow.
So
11 more.
11 more.
I'll be a third of the way there, hopefully in the next hour or two. I don't even want to say out loud that I'm doing good, because on this crazy ass sport, you can turn at any time. So as of right now, I am upright, I'm walking, and it's not hot, it's just moist. I mean, my stomach's usually the last thing to go, but you know, I was literally trucking along doing my thing, and then my body's just like, nope. So I'm just gonna sit for a couple more minutes. When people come towards me, I'm just gonna walk towards them and check out that aid station, sit for a while. I'm already at mile 50. So I'm just walking it out right now. seeing what happens. And when I get to the aid station, I'm just going to assess how I feel. To be honest with you, this is definitely, it's hurt, but it might just be the nausea from the pain of the last 50 miles. But with saying that, it hasn't felt that bad. Yeah, there's just so many factors. I think I'm dehydrated and my body's not used to taking a leave. I eat pretty clean as far as this kind of type stuff goes. I don't even like taking aspirin. So I think it's just the perfect storm. Being jacked up from pulling my back out, having to take pain pills, even though they're over the counter, and then the last couple of aid stations haven't really been eating because of the nausea. So we'll see. But yeah, I might be cutting this one short just for safety's sake. Got nothing to prove out here. Just wanted to show up and see what I could do. I would have went nuts if I just stayed at home and surrendered to having, you know, pulled my back, changing a water heater. I mean, life is life, shit happens. One of the nastiest funks I ever smelled is this patch of grass right by the ice cream shop. Last year when I was doing the 100K, the manure truck was spraying just like liquid cow dung all over the place. And I found it ironic because people were eating ice cream. So, figured I'd get this during the day just to remind myself. And it still has a faint smell of a manure. Maybe they have an ice cream flavor called manure, perhaps. In the country. Oh, by the way, still feel like ass, but I wanted to share. The smell of cow poop makes me feel better, especially when I'm nauseous. So, slight change of plans. I feel better, but the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is I have not been peeing. When I do, it's like a darker yellow.
I get his feet.
So I'm sipping ramen. I had about 32 ounces of water and a couple salt tabs. So I'm basically sitting here in front of all these people trying to pee. And I'm okay with talking like that because it's a bunch of ultra runners. And yeah, peeing is what we do. So I'm gonna sip on this and I'm not really paying attention to the clock, and hopefully the ramen will do its thing and we'll see if I can finish. But if not, I'm just assessing the situation. So the hat on my head used to remind me of the frozen gnome.
Yeah.
Now it reminds me of peeing. So
Oh God.
yeah, I will never look at my hat on my head again ever the same. So
Exactly.
oh yeah, chef's kiss. Thank you much. Later. I'm alive. It's so crazy. I'm gonna edit this video and I'm just gonna laugh. So many emotions. Pure hip pain though, like my nerves, ugh. But I peed. Now I just have to stay up for the whole entire night and finish the rest of an ultra marathon. No big deal. Never been happier to see a bunch of strangers sitting at picnic benches to help get me ready for going back out. So, yay. Now I gotta turn around and go back, but I'm gonna take some time here and just kind of recoup, lick my wounds. Weird spot.
Yeah. Well, we can throw a little bit of this on there, dry it out. They're like
Okay.
more down there.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Ready a little more?
Ah!
All right. Feels good.
Woo! Good morning.
It's gonna get it clean and it's gonna dry it,
Yeah.
and then all right.
Feels like $1 million and some loose change. So even when I knew I was going to be in pain, my fallback plan was to take something to block the pain. So I still have the pain, but I wasn't able to feel it. So I was able to, you know, go for this finish and try to get a belt buckle. But I blocked pain for possession. And then if you think about that, that's not why I do this, you know? So there was a lot of takeaway that I had today, just in general. And I just want to remember this day for, you know, forever. So if you see that grimacing menace in the back, it's like a pinched nerve at this point with my back. So I stopped taking a leave because obviously I couldn't pee. And if you can't pee, I don't know, red flag, right? So I started peeing, I got cocky. And I was like, let me just finish this off real quick and let me see if I can do it. But now that the leave is completely out of my system, my back is jacked. Like, not go to the hospital jacked, not like wheelchair jacked, but I got a pinched nerve right now and it's just creeping up. So I'm gonna call it a mile 70. But earlier today, I almost got back on a school bus and went back to my car to go home because I could literally barely walk. So I am more proud of this race than anything I've ever done physically whatsoever. I'll show you my sleeping accommodations. So I am in the in the Chevy Cruise, laying down, got the heat on, and I'm gonna get a little bit of shut-eye before I cruise back to Lake County, Indiana. So this is my Chariot where I'm sleeping. I'm so glad I showed up.